Hello, Kindred Spirits, and welcome to my spiritual oasis. Here, weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. We are doing a yes or no reading today, asking Spirit for some clarity, clear answers with our yes or no deck, as well as clarification from our Spirit Song Tarot. I always like to say with yes or no's that they are meant to affirm what you already know in your heart to be true. They are not meant to sway you either way, but meant to affirm what you already know. Please do not base your whole life or big decisions in your life on a yes or no general reading on YouTube, okay? It does require your intuition, your discernment, and all of the gifts and powers and abilities that you have been blessed with to make the decisions in your life. These are just meant to be affirming messages to help guide you on your way. All right, so we have 6 groups prepared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pause the video if you need a moment to meditate on which group has your message in it. Otherwise, we're going to get right into the readings. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your yes or no reading. The answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says another commitment. Let's get some clarification here. So we have the Knight of Crystals, which is earth energy, as well as the 10 of Crystals. Okay, so we have earth energy present intensely. So what this is telling me is patience. That with patience, you will accomplish what you're after with a more sustainable result. So the 10 of Crystals is about sustainability. It's also about attainment, and it's about abundance and success, getting to where you're going, especially on the earthly planes when it comes to finances, when it comes to career, when it comes to like stability and groundedness. There isn't also like a family element to it as well. But our Knight of Crystals, our earthy knight energy, is about endurance, determination. So hard work and effort, yes. But our Knight is also slow, steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Our crystal energy, our earth energy, is about using time to build something that is going to last tenfold the time it took you to build it. So you plant an apple tree, and how many seasons do you get on that apple tree? How many apples do you get to harvest from that tree? But for the first few years of that tree's life, as it's growing, it's not going to fruit. Like, it's not going to give you anything yet. It's going to take some time for it to get to a level of maturity where it can produce a harvest for you. And when it gets to that point, it's going to produce tenfold. Like, you plant a seed, that seed sprouts and it grows, and you get how many, like, exponential amount of harvest off of that. So there definitely is a message about patience here. There's a message about planting seeds, and of course we're talking about seeds in a metaphorical sense, where seeds could mean a lot of different things. It's not just about like literal seeds, but it's about understanding that when you say, for example, you're networking, you're planting seeds, or you're making connections, you're getting to know people, and understanding that way of planting seeds is going to there's going to take time for those relationships to fruit, for opportunities to come from it. And just know that you have to just keep planting, right? Keep planting your seeds, water them, get them some light, make sure they're planted in fertile soil. And then there's a point where you have to kind of sit back and let the energies outside of your control do some work for you. So getting back to the initial yes or no here, another commitment. So what I'm getting off of that is that we're not adding anything to our plate right now. We're not taking on anything else unless it is something already connected to a seed you've planted already. We're not trying to push or force things through or force things forward, especially if you are a outwardly expressive divine masculine sign or have really strong masculine sign placements in your chart. So if you have air or fire in your chart and they have prominent positions, sometimes they can be impatient because they're about action and results. Everything is quick and fast with them. Whereas our divine feminine energy, which of course earth energy is that divine feminine energy, it's slow moving, takes time. Earth energy even suggests some years, okay? So they're really talking patience, okay? They're not talking patience like the end of the month. They're talking patience like some years, okay? So just making sure that you are being, you're being patient and you're building to last, because that's what the earth energy is encouraging you to do. There's an encouragement to build to last and in this position at this point in time. So my loves, these are the messages that I have channeled for you. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, drop a comment, let me know it resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. Connect with me on my other social media. The links to everything will be in the description. If you're interested in your own personal yes or no reading or any other type of reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. All of the available listings will be there, in addition to other spiritual content that I offer. So thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we're going to flip over your guiding energy. Answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says, not this time. Okay. Let's flip over our guiding and our supporting energy here. So we have the 6 of feathers as well as the 3 of feathers. Okay, very interesting. So our feathers, that's our air energy. All right, so our 6 of feathers talks about transition, talks about moving on from something that we know isn't right for us, potentially a tumultuous situation, moving into calmer waters, even though we might not know exactly what's on the other side. We still know that what's back there isn't right. So we're moving on to something else, and therefore we're in a state or a place or position of transition, translation. And 3 of feathers is suggesting some sort of release, some sort of recovery. So basically the overall message with these two energies blended together is that you are recovering from a previous situation, a difficult situation. It could be related to love, it could be related to relationships, could be related to maybe a potentially like bad job or a loss in the family, something you're recovering from. You're transitioning out of the loss and the pain and into something better for you. So therefore, I feel like because we're in this place of transition, we're in this place of in between, the not this time is simply just saying that right now there are other things that we need to focus on. So if your question was about doing something that has to do with nurturing you, building you up, recovering from past issues, even like some deep-seated, deep-rooted past issues that may not be on the forefront of your mind, but they're still affecting how you're living your life, time to do a little bit of root work, some shadow work to work through those and to recover from those properly. But the idea is that we're not adding anything new into our lives right now. We're not taking on new projects right now. we're focusing on getting ourselves to a place of stability, to a place of health and wellness on all fronts, but specifically in the mind and heart space is the message that I'm getting here. So we are not adding anything to our plate. So if your question was about taking on some new opportunity or something like that, not this time. With feather energy present, I do see things moving along quicker. Our feather energy is fast moving. Again, it's that air energy. So we're talking potentially within the next couple of weeks or something like that. Kind of being in a position where you can start adding things into your life, not too much at once, but you can start transitioning into taking on a little bit more. The message that I am receiving here is that, not this time suggests that there's going to be other opportunities that come up or something similar. And I always love to, when I get this message is that when you say no to something, right, you're, obviously you're not accepting that into your life. It's not able to take up time, energy, and resources from you. With this idea of not this time, the fact that it's coming back around eventually in some way, shape, or form, to me suggests that when it does return to you, when it does come back to you, that it's going to actually be a better opportunity for you. So don't feel like you're missing out. No FOMO, okay? You're not missing out on anything. You are focusing on what is important right now, and what is important right now is you and getting you to a place in a position where you are stable, you're safe, and you are, in a positive space where you can do justice to whatever this thing is, and you're not trying to juggle too many things and being overwhelmed, okay? So, yeah. These are the messages that I've channeled for you today, my darling. I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment down below if something resonated. Click like and subscribe if we're not yet connected here on YouTube. Definitely connect with me on my other social media. I'm always posting new things to Instagram and also to TikTok as well. So connect with me there. Links to everything will be in the description. If you're interested in your own personal reading, connect with me on Etsy. All available readings will be posted to my Etsy shop. So thank you so much for your time and your energy. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your yes or no reading. We're going to go ahead and flip over your guiding energy. The answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says too many things on your plate. If you just felt relief in that moment, then it's definitely, you don't want to add anything right now. What's also kind of great too is that sometimes we don't know how to say no, or it's difficult for us to say no depending on who's asking us for help or whatever. And sometimes these cards can help to give you the verbiage that you need to say no without being harsh or mean or anything like that. Just simply telling somebody, like, you know what, I can't right now. I have too many things on my plate. That's a simple thing, and it's probably truthful as well. And I wouldn't even say feeling like too many things on your plate means that you are overwhelmed. I would say too many things on your plate means that you are at capacity. And that capacity includes nurturing yourself. That capacity includes nurturing, I would say, like the level out from yourself. So close friends, close family members, things like that. And then, if there's a level out from that, that's probably where I would say pretty much everyone else lies outside of that. So having too many things on your plate doesn't mean you are overwhelmed with a whole bunch of stuff. It means you're at capacity. And the capacity includes you nurturing yourself, you nurturing close family members and friends, and you just might not have any space on the plate after that. So thinking of it that way and not thinking of it as like, I'm not going to say I have too many things on my plate until I'm overwhelmed and stressed out. No, you're at capacity. There's a difference, okay? Let's flip over our supporting and clarifying energy. So we have the King of Feathers as well as Temperance. Okay, yeah. So Temperance, Temperance is all about that balance, all about that harmony. Temperance is about, there's a subduing type of energy with Temperance, like especially if you have outwardly expressive divine masculine energy or strong placements of those in your chart. Temperance is encouraging you to pull it all the way back, okay? We're back in the cut. We're working on balance within ourselves. We're working on internal harmony. We're working on harmony in our personal sphere, in our personal spaces. And then the King of Feathers is kind of, to me, encouraging you to be a little bit more logical when it comes to making decisions. Our feather energy, which is our air energy, is brutally honest sometimes. I feel like that's why it is represented by the sword, right? Because the sword just cuts through everything. It is unapologetic when it comes to how it, it's just raw truth, okay? And though our King of Feathers is, more eloquent with the way that divine masculine he, presents the information, he's still not going to take on something that doesn't make sense to him to take on or to do or to support. So to me, our King of Feathers is encouraging you to use a little bit more mind energy, a little bit more logic, a little bit more reason, spend a little bit more time, because remember that King energy is mature. It's a mature energy, and there's an encouragement here to slow it down a little bit. Okay, so our King of Feathers is still feathers, right? He's still fat, he's still air, but pulling it back a little bit. There's a maturity there, spending a little bit more time figuring out the details, working through the problem, instead of just like being quick to hop on stuff. Okay, so our King of Feathers is definitely encouraging you to use more of your mind, to slow things down a little bit, and to be more thoughtful about things that you are adding into your life, and primarily making sure that, again, those layers are taken care of first, that you independently are balanced, you're in a place of harmony, you're in a place of peace, your immediate circle, friends, family, close family, I should say family and close friends, are, you're nurturing them, and then other stuff, if there's room. And again, we're not stressed out. We're talking about capacity. We're not talking about over capacity. Okay? So these are the messages that I've channeled for you. I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment down below if something resonated. Connect with me here on YouTube by clicking like and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Connect with me on my other socials. Links to everything will be in the description. If you're interested in your own personal yes or no reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. All available readings will be listed there on Etsy. So thank you so much, beautiful soul, for your time and energy, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 4, and welcome to your yes or no reading. Well, the answer to your question is a yes. It says, undoubtedly. Is there any uncertainty? If so, why? Is the uncertainty in your head or your heart? Let's get our clarifying information. So we have the 5 of Feathers as well as the 8 of Shells. So we have a water energy and fire, or an air energy present. Excuse me. Yeah, so I feel like our, yes or no card is getting you to dig a little bit deeper, okay? If you're here trying to get guidance, there's probably some sort of doubt or uncertainty happening right now. And I think the yes or no card here is encouraging you to do a little bit digging into that. Why? Why do you have doubt? Why are you questioning whatever this is? And is the uncertainty in your headspace? So is it a logical thing? Is it an over-analysis of the situation? Or is it an under-analysis? Or is this in your heart space? Maybe it's a combination. Maybe there's a battle, which sometimes is what our 5 of feathers energy can talk about, like a fight or a battle. And it almost feels like one side has to win, one side has to lose. But I'm just feeling here that, especially if the battle is happening between your head and your heart, that you should always pause something. Like if you're asking a question that's connected to adding something into your life, taking something on, doing something different outside the box or outside of what you're currently doing, but you're having a battle inside your headspace and your heart space are fighting against each other, it's always good to take like a moment of suspension, just to pause, to not make a decision, and to spend more time digging into, okay, why is my heart feeling this way? Why is my head feeling this way? Are there legitimate, reasons, or are there legitimate points on either side? And just kind of digesting it a little bit that way. And then our 8 of shells, to me, is really talking about, like, we're moving forward, we're moving on with our 8 of shells. And we're moving on with a plan. We're being strategic. Okay, so we have armadillo spirit representative. Strategy, resilience. Sometimes I feel like this could suggest that, especially if you're coming out of a difficult, like, heart space position, which is kind of what the 8 of shells is talking about. There's some emotional distress here that we're moving on from, potentially a bad relationship or a bad, a situation where you are just emotionally in a place of distress and you're moving on. Our starfish is talking about regeneration. Right? You're re-energizing, regenerating any damages that have happened to you over this difficult time. But you are on a quest to find where you're meant to be. You're releasing energy, which is great because you're making room for something better. But you're also, you're moving on with strategy and resilience. So I feel like the only warning here is to make sure that you're not guarding your heart to the point where it's closed off. Or your mind is ignoring your heart, right? Because maybe your heart got you into a little bit of a sticky situation before. That you're not ignoring your heart and just leaning on the mind. So there is meant to be a collaboration, a combination of energies as these two energies work together to get you the result that you are looking for, that you need and that you want in your life. So making sure that your head and your heart are working in collaboration with each other, that we're not winning or losing here. If both of you can't come to an agreement, we're just not going to do it. Okay? So these are the messages I've channeled. I hope this was helpful. Drop a comment if something resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here. And connect with me on my other socials. Links will be in the description to all my social media. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. All available listings will be on my Etsy. So thank you so much for your time and energy, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 5, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So the answer to your yes or no question is a no. It says limit your commitment. Let's see what our supporting. So we have the 2 of crystals as well as the Queen of crystals. So we have earth energy present so much. Okay, limiting your commitment makes a lot of sense with the 2 of crystals coming up, because it's suggesting that you are in a position right now where you are trying to balance your own life. You're trying to find balance between the worldly realms. Like you could have recently gotten out on your own, whether that is like leaving your parents' house, or maybe you're, a relationship ended or something, where you're in a position where you're trying to balance out your own resources and your own energies right now. You're trying to potentially adapt to a new situation. So whether that's a new job, a new career, maybe you're balancing school and work and life, and whatever those elements include in your particular situation, you're not in a position to add any other commitments to your life. So it's basically saying like, just saying no right now is the best opportunity while you adapt and adjust to your new situation. The Queen of Crystals, okay. So our Queen of Crystals, our Queen energy is water energy, and our crystal energy is earth energy. So we definitely have a message here with that divine feminine energy, sustainable messages about sustainability, nurturing the seed of prosperity and abundance. And our Queen of Crystals understands that this takes time, this takes energy, this takes resources, this takes patience, this takes nurturing and effort. And she is the earth energy, the earth mother, if you will. Slow and steady wins the race, okay? She's about comfort, she's about prosperity, and we're trying to get to that place. We're trying to get to that place of comfort and prosperity when we're in a position of transition and balance and adapting to our current situation. So just overall, if you're asking a question connected to adding anything into your life, you're limiting your commitments. And literally, if you're trying to find a way to say no to somebody, you can tell that to somebody. Like, I'm limiting my commitments right now. Maybe next time, ask me in a year. Like, there are various different ways to say no without just straight up saying no, because I know that is difficult for some of us. But just in general, being honest with yourself and not taking on anything additional, especially if you're in a place of transition and or you're in a place where you're planting your own seeds, right? You're planting your own garden and your neighbor asks you to help them plant their garden. You know what? No, I can't. I don't have time. I'm limiting my commitments. I'm whatever the case may be, And then with the crystal energy present, there's a suggestion that this position of limiting your commitments and not taking on too much is something that could be in the works for some time, months, years. So don't feel like you have to rush into adding things into your life right now. You have plenty on your plate is what I'm getting told here. And it's okay to take time out to nurture those things, okay? So these are the messages that I've channeled for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know it resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here, as well as connecting with me on other socials. Links to everything will be in the description. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. All available readings will be listed there. So thank you so much for your time, my beautiful soul, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 6, and welcome to your yes or no reading. The answer to your yes or no question is a yes. It says permission granted. Why do you need someone else's permission? So we had the 8 of Acorns as well as the Strength. Okay. So I feel like the message here is saying, if you're asking, if your question had anything to do with like asking whether or not you should do something, I feel like the 8 of Acorns is saying, if you have the energy and doing this, whatever this might be, is going to add positive results to whatever you're going after, whatever your goals are, your dreams are, and you have the endurance. So it's basically saying in general, like if you have the resources and you're not stretching or straining or neglecting something, then you should absolutely do it. Why are you asking if you have everything that you need to do it? So digging a little bit more into the why if you need to. But in general, again, if you have the energy, you have the ability to do it, and something you really, really want to do, and it's in alignment with other things that are in your plan, then it's absolutely a yes. So I hope this message was helpful for you. It was a pretty quick and simple message. If something resonated, make sure to drop a comment, click like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here, as well as connecting with me on my other social media, Instagram and TikTok primarily. The links to everything will be in the description below. If you're interested in your own personal reading, whether it's a yes or no or another type of reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. I curate content, all kinds of content there to help you on your spiritual journey. So thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I'll see you in an upcoming reading. Bye.